Welcome back to the Backside Potty. This week we chat about La Vuelta. It's raining gold at the Paralympics and Lockie Morton, the cooker, is about to start another adventure.
2 gin and tonics, 2 vodkas, and a scotch.
Yes?
500 watts, please.
Now, let's introduce you to the reduced bunch today. We've got Curto,
Yeah, morning.
Jim Bob,
Hello.
and myself, Shauno.
Let's go.
Where are the other two? Slackers?
Well, I believe Friebs is still at lunch on the Gold Coast. So,
Yeah.
Gold Coast or Sydney?
That's a long lunch.
mate, it's 7:30. So,
He said he might zoom in later, but I think he might be paralytic.
yeah, he might be flat out on his back.
And Shreds is being responsible. So what you get up to this week, Jim Bob?
Mate, I did a bit of racing over at Unicrit.
Yep.
Was pretty good fun. Ended up in the selection with Maxi, Finn, and Cookie.
Yep. Always seems to be the common three there.
Yeah. I was pretty wrecked at the end, so pulled a two lap burner and sort of let out Cookie for the sprint.
Did you?
Which was, yeah, man. To be fair, Max and Finn, and I don't think Cookie will mind me saying this, but they felt like the two stronger people in the sort of break. I mean, Cookie's got a fantastic sprint, but if those two kept hitting us 1-2, it would have been game over for the Masters boys. So
but
decided to try and nullify that.
Finn by the sounds of it.
Yeah. He Cookie's got a great sprint, man.
Yeah.
So we just absolutely ploughed the two boys, and
I love getting ploughed.
welcome back, Kurt.
Yeah, Kurt's here getting ploughed.
No, finish off your weekend, mate. I want to hear about your week.
That was it, mate. There was a bit of racing on Saturday, Father's Day on Sunday.
Oh, how was Father's Day?
Exactly as you'd imagine, mate. There was kids, there was fun, there was...
No bike riding though.
I jumped on the turbo at the end of the day. We actually went up the sunny coast and saw some friends, which was great. And then got back in the Arvo and slinked off downstairs and did some turbo time.
Jeez. You don't fall asleep after driving to the coast or anything like that?
No, usually I have a coffee beforehand because, you got to be up. And then when you get back, you're not going to go down. So, yeah.
Nah, I was always like, as soon as I get to my destination, I'm having a little snooze.
How was your week, Kurt?
Maybe I should start from 4 weeks ago because I probably haven't been here.
Yeah, when was the last time you were here? When Rhino was on?
When Rhino was on,
There's been some water under the bridge since then, hey?
There has been. There's been some water. There's been some blood. And there's been a lot of misbehaving. But no, I've been good. As everyone knows, I had a university assignment due a couple of weeks ago, so
and
had to prioritise that.
Did you get it done, mate? You got that one done, but you didn't get the next one done, hey?
Yeah, no, I did. I got it done. It just wasn't the greatest quality for my liking.
P's get degrees, mate.
Correct, mate. And then, I ended up out with Harley that weekend. So that weekend was a write-off. And then the next week, I went paintballing. I've still got the bruises.
I heard about this. What happened, man? Did you just get peppered?
Yeah, I took a few for the team. Just playing capture the flag. Split my hand.
Did you play Call of Duty when you were a kid?
Yeah, I did.
And what, you just went full ball every time? You never camped out?
I'm a camper, mate.
I imagine
killed that streak, bro.
I imagine Kurt's running his mouth a bit, and everyone's like full target Kurt. Every time Kurt gets up, there's 5 people standing around him just drilling him.
Yeah, you could probably say that, but nah. Towards the end, I got a bit tired. I was a bit sore, so I did camp a little bit. And when people were surrendering, I was still just shooting. I was being one of those guys. I was just still shooting, going, it's too much fun seeing these people get absolutely tanked and still walking so painfully sore.
And what, this was a work event too,
This was a work event. It was so good.
No wonder your boss hates you. You probably shot him 20 times in the gonads.
Do you still have a job?
Still have a job. Yeah. And then on the weekend, what did I get up to? Yeah, weekend.
Yeah, we probably don't need to hear about your weekend.
No. And I actually went for a ride today.
Almost died, didn't you?
Almost died, yeah.
Heart was jumping out of your chest.
Well, I was outside the hospital, so it would have been a perfect place to crash. Yeah, car just decided to pull out, so I slammed the brakes, and obviously I was still changing gears, and my changes tangled, and got an Uber home and went to work. Live another day.
Oh, wow. So, like, just twisted the chain all over itself and...
That was it. Nothing else.
Yeah, he needs Haddo back here.
I need Hardo back here.
Yeah, to sort him out.
Mate, I'm down to probably my fourth or fifth life. Like, I call myself a cat. Like, I've got 9 lives.
So what happened? This car pulled out, you dodged it, or you hit it.
What really happened is Kurt doesn't maintain his bike.
Correct.
And it's been, 2 months since I last waxed your chain?
Yeah, but how often have I ridden in 2 months?
More than the wax chain lasts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What's wrong with that, though?
Are you riding around squeaking like...
Nah.
Oh,
no.
I didn't get to that stage.
Nah, it hasn't gotten to that stage yet.
Oh, well, then you're good.
Yeah, correct. But nah, week was good. Methy, how was your weekend?
It was. I got some positive news.
Oh, yeah.
I got some positive news.
Spill it, please.
Last week, I told everyone that I was walking around on a peg leg pretty well, with no hardware in there. But I found out on Thursday that doctors lied to me, and I got some plates and screws still in there. So this is great news because I can trust the leg again.
Oh, so you can start doing stuff again.
I can, yeah. So tomorrow I get the stitches out, and then boom, I'm back on the bike on the weekend.
So how come you thought you were on a peg leg?
Because the nurses told me after the op that they removed all the hardware. So
Naughty.
yeah, bit of Chinese whispers, I reckon.
I love playing Chinese, which is a great game.
Yeah. So, but I went for a walk yesterday. Took a leaf out of Freebs' book there.
Oh,
Yeah.
some
You
extra
recorded on
TSS.
Strava?
Secret training, mate.
Secret training.
Yeah, secret training.
Always
So,
banking those ones.
Always. So, and good news and bad news. But I'll be back at work next week too. So.
Oh.
But I came to a realisation this morning that when I broke my leg, I broke it on the first weekend of the Giro, and I'm going back to work on the closing weekend of the Vuelta. So I've managed to squeeze in all 3 Grand Tours.
Have you watched every stage of every tour? Grand Tour?
It's been pretty bloody close. By the way, I've been struggling to get into the Vuelta. Just I think I'm Grand Toured out. So
Is there such a thing?
oh man,
Turns out there is.
There's only so much racing you can watch of Grand Tours. I get pretty bored.
yeah, there's some boring stages there. But I tell you what, the Vuelta this year, it's
There's no flat stages at all there, mate.
it's cooked. The amount of elevation they're doing is what I've heard somewhere close to 70,000 meters across the 3 weeks.
It looks like, what was there, maybe 4 sprinter stages, like genuine sprinter stages.
Yeah.
And the
And
rest.
Caden Groves binned it on one of those. So, like, he was out.
Yeah. Who else binned it fucking last night? Jeez. Big wow.
Yeah.
So, I was watching. I was watching live.
Where?
Go to bed, mate.
Do you ever sleep, dude?
No, I've got too much stress in my life at the moment, mate. But no,
He's, how old are you? 21?
21.
No girlfriend, no kids.
He's got stress.
Yeah, got stress, mate. Always got stress. But no, I watched it. I saw him crash at 178 Ks into the race.
Yeah, that was...
He just touched the wheels, and
yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. Then all of a sudden, he's sending it off the front solo while he's got a 16-man group behind him.
Yep.
And he had like a 10-second gap. Then it went to 50, and then
Yep.
he was chilling, and then obviously regrouped. And I had a shower, came back. 5 minutes later, he's binned it.
He's binned it. Bloody...
But to be fair, I don't think he was at fault.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't his fault.
No, when you're that second wheel going through the
Correct.
corner, you've just got to
Well, your eyes watching where the rider's going, right?
yeah.
And then...
You boys get all 3 angles of it, where there's the motorbike looking
Yeah.
back, the motorbike looking from, the helicopter view,
Yeah.
and he sort of tapers off and
Yeah.
falls into the little rocky bit
Yeah.
on the side.
Yeah.
Poor bastard.
And it's the bloody rocks that destroyed him, eh?
Yeah.
He didn't even touch the bitumen. He touched...
Nah,
No.
he cooked the fucking mountain.
Yeah.
He cooked the fucking mountain, mate.
Is there going to be what are those mountains in the United States where the faces are on the fucking mountains? Is there going to be a face of out on this mountain?
Maybe, mate.
Should
Maybe him doing his fucking bird celebration, bro. Bro, his crash has nothing on top of what McNulty's crash was.
Oh man, how did he survive that?
How did he finish that stage?
Yeah. That was wild.
I don't think I saw that.
Oh
Mate,
man.
he went under the guardrail, and your boy Jay Vine just grazed the guardrail, and they both finished the race. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Jay Vine crashed his bike again.
Well, it was a bloody wow for night. sort of
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, it was.
that. Jay was second wheel or something. He just followed.
Actually, I did
Yeah.
hear about it. I just didn't see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, McNulty ended up about 3 kilometers down that mountain, climbed himself back out. Yeah, bro. There's a lot of GST added onto that comment there. But, mate.
Thanks, Johnny Howard.
Yeah, thanks, John Howard. But, mate, he should have been a zombie. Honestly, he was walking from the dead right there. He was all... And then he somehow finished. I don't know how that...
Yeah. Impressive.
It's good to have you back, Kurt. I've missed you.
I've missed you too, mate.
Jay Viney's in the polka dots now. Caden Grove's in the sprinters jersey, and our best mate is Ben O'Connor's still in the red. Yeah.
Do you want to hear a fun fact?
Tell me.
So I was looking on the Oz Cycling page today,
Yep.
and one of my favourite riders in Brisbane, Ben Manson. Love him.
I think he tunes into this.
Love him to bits, mate. He always puts a smile on my face whenever I see him on the Pete May Bay Loop. He commented, "It's funny how an Aussie team..." Wait, let me just make sure I get this quote right.
It was like an Aussie registered team.
Yeah, an Aussie registered team took out
The leader of
Here we
the
go.
green and the...
Sorry, I'll just make sure. The previous leader of two of those categories was essentially taken out by a member of an Australian registered team. What a great analysis, Ben. That was unreal. I like that comment. But to be fair, though, this is where I was going. Ben O'Connor has been in the leader's jersey for the longest time ever of a Grand Tour in consecutive days. If that makes sense. It wasn't mathing wasn't mathing. But
Wasn't Pog in yellow for
well, I thought that
20
as well.
days?
Nah, he wasn't in 20 days. Mate. He lost it.
Did he?
Yeah, bro.
I thought he lost it like second stage and then got it back third stage.
Oh, he lost it to Carapaz, remember? Because Carapaz had that little stint in the yellow.
So, well done, Benny.
So, yeah.
Is that just for this year or?
No, forever. I was like, fuck. He's had it for like 12 days, 13 days now.
Nah. Pog had the yellow for longer than that.
Nah, come off it, mate.
No.
We're going to need to verify this.
I'll
with some
verify
facts.
this while you
we'll
guys...
come back to it.
Yeah.
Moving on, Ben O'Connor.
O'Connor.
Can he keep it?
Fuck.
5 seconds.
5 seconds. Not Primoz is a TT Lord. The only thing that's going to keep Benny in red is if
Primoz does his dramatic crash.
Yeah,
I was about to say
crash.
That's not unheard of for our mate Roglic.
It's not unheard of. So,
Oh, this is big. I've just seen that notification.
Everyone, pause it. Pause it right now.
Here we go. We got Andrew Freebie entering the chat. He's zoomed in from his long lunch. Friebs.
G'day from San Francisco.
Here he bloody is.
Friebs.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thanks very much for the invite.
What do you... Geez, you got a fresh cup, Friebs.
Yeah, mate, just got it all done up, especially for the occasion.
Is that a Van Roy jacket or what? That looks good. MJ
I'm sponsored
Bale.
by Caliber. I'm sponsored by Caliber.
Can you switch your background off? It's really wigging me out.
Mate,
and
what
you
do you-
keep disappearing.
Yeah, do you have Tourette's or some shit?
How many wines did you have over lunch, mate?
None today, mate.
Beers?
None off the booze.
Oh.
National prep.
Actually, how was your week, Friebs?
Yeah, so good week. I did double race on the weekend. That was nice. Got pretty done over on the Limber Road race by Dan Wilson. That was good. And it was like 40 degrees on the way home.
That's good. You got done over by him. How's that
Oh,
good?
mate, it was a rogering. But it was 39 degrees coming back through a bloody Caboolture there, and it was a stunning day, just covered in salt.
And
Good to see a few Commodores and Ford Falcons out that way, or what?
Mate, I didn't know there was so many Commodores in Australia still.
I saw,
amazing, isn't
I
it?
saw you got on the Smurf juice too, mate.
Not only did I have a double, I did the quadruple.
You had a chug out of Fortnite, mate. That's what you had.
How did you get 4 bottles of Smurf juice in you?
Nah, I didn't. I just thought it was a funny photo.
Just doing it for the laughs, mate.
Did you take the two extras back and put them back in the fridge or something? Or was that just for the
someone
photo?
else was with me.
No, donated, mate.
No, someone else was with me. I just give us these for the illustrative purposes. Could you please? That was good. Then we did out to was it Lifecycle on Sunday.
How did that go for you, mate?
Again, it was pretty hot. Got to 43, I think it got to on the
Jesus.
Garmin.
Out at Lowood, what an absolute
Out at Lowood.
bomb.
So that was hot, and we went off with a 6-minute group. So thought I had a decent handicap, and I was like, "This is great." But
how did you race it, mate? This is Jim Bob and I were talking about your race tactics the day before. How'd you race it? Were you from the gun, or were you conservative?
Yeah, well, I don't know if everyone will agree with me on this one, but I feel like I took like a bit of a dad role in the team, and sort of said to them, "Like, boys, we're going to work together at the start. We're going to, all just if we don't make it to the end of the line, they're going to catch us, right? So let's all just go in together, and we fight till we get to the end, and then we wait, and we'll all, just make it happen, right? So roll some nice smooth turns. Don't go crazy. Just it's faster if you're smoother, right?" So then we took off, and in the first 5 minutes, one bloke was out the back. He was shelled.
Classic.
And then wasn't long after we turned the corner, and another bloke's gone. And then 10's down to 8, and then all you see people just dropping wheels on the way back through the rotation, and like, this is not looking good. So on the downhill straight bit down the tailwind, I said, righto boys, let's go to like one long turn, and that managed to get everyone sort of recovering a little bit, other than just rolling turns, which was just too much for everyone on the pace. And then we caught the group in front of us, the 3-minute group, about 2/3 of the way through the lap, and we went past them like a steam train. But unfortunately, half of them got on, and that was the end of the group. Our group didn't work again really from that moment. So Dan and I and bloke from the sunny coast did what we could to try and drop the sort of the train, if you will. And when the crosses were on, we just sort of put them in the gutter and try to get away so we could kind of try and get some speed going again, because it was pretty flat between then. Then we caught another group, and at that point there, Scratch came past, but it was only 2 of them, because literally as they were catching our group, I believe a couple of the brothers might have crossed wheels.
Couple of what?
The only brothers in the race.
There was an unfortunate incident.
Yeah.
We'll dive deeper into that later on.
And Lambo, our boy Lambo, was a casualty, and I think he's might have hurt his elbow.
Yeah, he's heard his head operator of his elbow, some shit. He put some fucking name in. And
the head operator. You're a fucking Derek, mate.
The radial operator, and I don't know. He put it in the group chat, and I love the name. It was the terminology he did, and I was like, oh, that's too good, Lambo. Too smart.
He works in a hospital, mate.
I know. It's too smart for me, mate.
So he went and saw the medic afterwards, and someone's like, mate, are you going to go get that X-ray? And he goes, I work at a hospital. I'll just go in there and get an X-ray done. So I think he's got fairly easy access to find these things out, which is pretty handy. Might be good for you, Jim Bob and Shawnee.
Thanks, Friebs.
Access to an X-ray machine.
Hopefully there's no crashes around this neck of the woods for a long time.
Friebs, do you have a spare hip I could borrow, please?
Mate, just get a fake one. They work better.
Yeah.
Is that your secret, mate?
Yeah.
Soon to be.
Yeah.
Just replace them, don't mend them.
Oh, well, you had a big weekend. Are you going to slow down anytime soon for your nuts?
Yeah, so I'm not doing the macaroni this weekend for that reason.
Oh, mate.
Mate, I don't think many people are.
Yeah.
I looked at the start list last night, and I was quite shocked with the limited entries.
Yeah, and I messaged and said, hey, is there any chance I could do the crit on Sunday, because I don't want to do the Saturday macaroni?
Yep.
And I got, no, that's not an option, so I can't do the crit on Sunday either. So
what about the ITT? Can you do the ITT? I've
signed up for that, because that's an individual race apparently.
Okay.
So
so macaroni, you need to be in a team.
Seems that way.
No, macaroni's just individual entries.
You can do it individually. But you got to buy like the Saturday race, the Sunday crit, and the TT. Like you do all 3. And I was like, mate, do I want to spend $120 for a crit? It's not really sort of a great use of funds, I don't reckon.
Yeah.
That's a first hearing that from you.
Well, mate, that would affect how much I can put in the shopping cart too, wouldn't it? So,
wait till you hear about his shopping cart expense this week.
What happened this week?
Mate, I was looking at your shopping cart segment for the week, and I got some questions about it, mate.
Okay.
Oh, well, let's save them for the segment. All right.
We did just breeze straight over.
It was nice. So that was the main part of my week, and then down the Gold Coast, just staying at the Star for a couple of nights. just having a little couple of days by myself, and then
What, you're sick of
then,
Amber? Trouble in paradise, mate.
just getting away from Amber and the dog for a couple of days, and then managed to get a roll out to Currumbin Valley this morning. It was nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Great spot.
It was nice.
Bit chilly?
And I'll go up. It was a bit fresh, and then I'll go up early tomorrow and do
Springbrook?
something else. Might go up Springbrook or something, which is
See if you can beat my
Lovely to be
time,
down here.
mate. See if you can beat my time.
Up
5:30
Springbrook.
start, mate.
I got a decent time up Springbrook.
I have a
actually.
terrible time
You
up
did.
Springbrook.
You did.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm over the hour by a mile.
Ooh, I don't know what my time is, but it's decent.
I drove
it's
down at like
I think it's almost
3:30.
top 10.
Ooh. I drove down at 3:30 in the morning to do a Springbrook one day.
Yeah.
Nearly fell asleep
Why?
behind the wheel.
That's
Had to
not-
hang the head out the window.
That's not good, mate.
Yeah.
That's not good. Anyway, let's get back to what we were talking about. We're talking about the
Vuelta.
Vuelta, and we're talking about Benny Boy and whether or not we reckon he can hold on to the jersey, or if Rog's going to crash again, or what.
Mate, thank God Shredder's not here. Should have shredded one on poor old Rog. On Benny.
Yeah.
Mate,
Benny, so-
I want him to win it. I want him to win it. I'm a big fan. Old mate's like, I could say some really grim terminology here, where you could say he's a rough outsider in the 100-meter sprint, and he somehow pulled it off. Like, you could say stuff like that, if you get where I'm going with that. What I was going to say is Ben O'Connor, he's won a stage in every Grand Tour now, which is impressive.
Yep.
He's been in the leader's jersey of all 3 Grand Tours as well, I believe.
Has he really? Has he won? Has he won?
Actually, no, I lie. He hasn't worn
Jeez,
yellow. He
you're-
hasn't
you're
worn
spinning
yellow.
some facts here tonight, Kurt.
hasn't
over
Yeah,
worn
there
thank
yellow.
God.
that are fucking very questionable, mate.
But I'm telling you, that one before about him being the longest in the Grand Tours, that's nail on the head, mate.
Yeah, I still don't believe that either.
Have you guys spoken about Wow?
Yeah, bro.
Well,
Bin chickened it, mate.
bit unfortunate, eh, Friebs?
What about that guy from UA? Did you talk about the guy from UA going under the bloody guardrail?
Yeah, mate. You
McNulty.
should have been here about 10
I'll go
minutes
back
ago.
to sleep. I'll go back to sleep.
Thanks, mate.
I'll listen to the episode from the start.
Yeah. Well, should we do a quick recap of some standouts? That Pablo Castrillo from Kern Farmer. What a sensational 2
Good
rides
win.
by him.
Yeah, man.
Lanton Rouge did predict it before stage 1.
Did he?
Lanton Rouge said this guy
Is this
to
another
watch
bullshit
it.
fact?
Nah, dead set. That's where I get my cycling tips from. Lanton Rouge
Brizzy boy.
did predict this, and I'll say right again, he said he's about 72, 73 kilos, and he's a time trialist and a good GC rider in the Pro Conti level. So watch out for him. What did he do in his second stage win, mate? He dropped the hammer.
Dropped it. But he was playing games with them. He was not pulling a turn. He was
Don't need to pull a turn, mate. When you're not a World Tour rider, bro, in a World Tour race, you don't need to pull a turn.
yeah.
You got
Yeah.
nothing to prove. You've got everything to prove, but
He did well. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Kurt.
He doesn't look like the most comfortable rider, does he? He's all over his bike.
Yeah.
And he's shaking
Yeah,
this and moving that.
He must have a good chiropractor, I reckon.
Oh, either that or he's I don't know, using every bit of his body to put out some watts. Hey,
Yeah.
like,
No, there's a rumor on the street that he's signed with Ineos for next year.
oh wow.
Yep, so that's good
Well
for him.
played, sir.
Yeah, but who knows? It's not set in stone, so I reckon he could be looking at like Movistar because he's Spanish. Like he could be
Yeah, it's not a bad
a shoe
shout.
in for Movistar now as, the future Enrique Mas, who's not having a bad tour either. Old Mussy boy.
I mean, going back to Pablo Castrillo, he's basically doing what Jay Vine did a few years ago with
Yeah.
Alpecin de Koenig.
Yep, just going for stage wins and limelight.
Yeah. So maybe you'll see him in a few years' time on UAE or something
Yeah.
in the KOM jersey.
Talking about UAE, how about Mark Soler? He's been in freaking every break.
he's been a weapon, eh?
But racing so dumb, I reckon. Like he's sitting about 5 meters off the back wheel, sitting in the wind, and then he attacks. He gets brought back, then he's gone back to the back, not sitting on the wheel, but 5 meters behind it again. He's just not saving energy. He's doing stupid attacks on the flat before the hills. But last night he finally got a win. So that was good to see. It finally paid off for him.
Speaking about winning, Kurt, how you going with your fantasy league team, mate?
But this is the first time I've looked at it since stage 3. I've just realised.
You're taking the piss.
I've just looked at it. I've actually just put Pablo in. Just there you go.
Oh, I subbed him in.
Subbed him in.
He won't win a point.
Yeah, he
from
won't
now
win a
on.
point from now on. He's done his job.
Yeah, I know. You're exactly right.
He's parked it. He's actually drinking celebratory beers all the way to Barcelona
Absolutely.
or
Well,
Madrid or wherever
He's on
they
the-
finish.
what are
He's on
they?
the Estrellas.
That's it. The Estrellas. Not a bad drop, hey, Friebs?
Far out. I'd
I
love
like
to go back to Europe, eh? Far out. How good would it be to be back in Spain right now?
Oh, mate.
Fuck.
That was the dream a few months ago for me, but that didn't happen.
Jimbo, when was the last time you went to Spain?
I've never been to Spain.
Really?
Oh, mate, you're missing out. Wait till you try Rural Estrella from the local beer. It's good. Some paella. I must admit though,
Paella's
I reckon
good.
watching the Vuelta's nowhere near as like scenic as watching the other Grand Tours though. Like it's very barren and Spain's
Correct.
pretty dry and stuff. It's not quite as enjoyable watching the scenery. I must say.
Yeah, I'm not super pumped to go and watch the Vuelta in Spain. Not like I am to go watch the Giro in Italy or go to the Tour de France.
Especially after the first week where I was pushing 40 degrees every day. No thanks.
Like Lowood, mate.
Yeah, mate.
It's maybe a bit more desirable than Lowood, though.
Yeah, I'd prefer to go
Hell
to
yeah.
the bottom of Spain than Lowood.
Shout out to all the people listening from Lowood.
Yeah, you're the real MVP.
Matthew Van der Poel. What?
Yeah. What about Roglic's penalty he got the other day? That
Yep.
So
He'll be in front now.
he'd be 15 seconds in front, but the reason he got the penalty was he did a tactical bike swap, which I fucking rated at the time.
Correct.
Yeah,
However, I think 20 seconds wasn't enough. I think he should have been penalised harder.
Well, yeah, if he didn't get that draft, he wouldn't have got back on.
He wouldn't have gone back on at all.
Yeah,
He was running some tiny chain rings.
he was running junior gears.
He was running those Ren 10 seam bows around, when he's cutting laps around Nunda?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was spinning out like that. He was 110 RPM
yeah,
in the big chain ring.
yeah. He had a freaking dinner plate for a cassette.
He did.
Like
He had a Harley Moore dinner plate.
I reckon it was a 42 on the rear. Hey,
Jesus.
like it was massive.
I wonder if someone would run a 42 up Cootha.
No.
Oh,
Don't need to.
Another topic for later about a real lightweight bike I saw today, but we'll save that for later.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
But yeah, so you got the 20-second penalty. Quite should that have been a yellow card? Like, why was that not a yellow card? But yet there's yellow cards for other things. Like, where's the line in the sand there?
Well, there's no consistency, is there?
Yeah.
There's never consistency in sport, though, mate. We know this.
And then the other questionable thing was, did you see who was it? It was Stefan Kung that was going for the sprint,
That is correct.
and he got his wheel chopped by the UAE team car.
He blew up
Oh,
as well.
wow.
He was not happy.
Rightly so. Like he would have got the fucking full points for that. And what's that? $500 at the end of the day for old Steffi boy. Also talking about yellow cards. Now we're on to actual one that got given. The 4 yellow cards to the decathlon team for when they were blocking the road and pushed old Richie boy into the gravel, and he came off and 4 yellow cards. Bit drastic.
Especially considering that they were like, we didn't even really push him. There was a collision and he sort of just binned it.
Well, yeah, that's it. And like in Decathlon's defense, Richie put himself in that dangerous position of going right on the edge of the road. So should Richie get a yellow card there too?
Yeah, good point.
Like, how far do you take it?
Yeah.
I've always learnt it's where you put your front wheel. You've got to protect your own front wheel.
Correct.
I'm saying Richie's in a way he's it wrong because he's in charge of his own front wheel. But yeah, you could say AG2R were blocking, but everyone blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
No, it wasn't like they've just gone deviated across the whole bunch.
No.
So I think it's stiff.
Yeah. It is a little stiff. Well,
You know-
What do you get for a yellow card?
mate, not a slap on the wrist.
10 minutes in the bin, mate.
Yeah, you don't even get that.
I know.
Hand shanty.
Yeah. Like, it's like a warning, and then if you do it again, you...
Get a,
I think if you get 2 yellow cards, you miss a stage or something.
You're out of the race, then, wouldn't you be?
Didn't Roglic lose 20 UCI points as well or something? Or who was?
No, he
20
lost
seconds,
the
mate.
20 seconds for the draft.
Yeah, but someone lost UCI points too.
Okay, that's news.
Wasn't that the UAE team?
Is that what it was?
That was for when they rocked up with that jersey on.
Yeah.
Oh no, O'Connor got done for 20 UCI points
Okay, what's
because
this for?
he left the mountain stage a couple of nights ago, and when allegedly he was told to descend down the final climb that they went up, and he missed the start of the presentations,
And he
the
got
jersey presentations.
he lost 20 UCI points for that.
Yeah, because he didn't turn up to this presentation. So then they had to drive him back up, and he was late to the presentation.
Well, Ben O'Connor do better, but still, that's a bit rough.
Yeah.
If you've been told to go down, like, it's a bit
Yeah.
shit. I mean, they didn't say who told him to go down, whether it was by organisers or the team.
Yep.
But he was pretty pissed off, and he had to get escorted back up the mountain by police to make it to the tops because it was people everywhere.
When isn't Ben pissed off?
Man,
You mentioned-
World Tour cycling just seems like it does not have its shit together. It would just be a rolling circus of just shit show. It never seems organised. Granted, it's difficult to organise 20 different teams, but I don't think they help themselves.
They do not. Tonight's stage could be a sprint stage for Caden.
Yeah, next two stages are probable sprint stages, aren't they?
Are they?
Nah, I think it's only tonight, mate.
I think it's tonight. And
What's the Rob got left? Is there anything really to be decisive?
Yeah. He's got the time trial.
Next two
That'll do it.
stages. You're right, Jim Bob.
He's got the time trial
and
and he's got stage 19 and stage 20 to absolutely
stage 20 is a
mate. Stage 19 is a hilltop finish on a category 1.
Look at stage 20, dude.
Man, they're both disgusting.
I'm saying O'Connor's out the back of
Yeah, he's screwed.
he's not even top 5 end of the
He might lose by 4 or 5 minutes.
Potentially.
Maybe not. Maybe his team doesn't have to do any pulling after this, and he can use his teammates to.
Imagine if he's been bluffing.
I don't think he's bluffing.
Who knows? Let's be positive. We'd love to see Ben O'Connor stay on the podium.
Yeah,
I would.
And it'd be cool to see Jay take home the polka dots after the shit year he's had, and
Correct. He has had a
Caden
shit
in the
year.
green.
Hey, imagine, what about this? This could be the triple treble. Could be Jay Vine and polka dot, Caden Groves in green,
Yep.
and O'Connor in red.
Shit, Friebs.
You're all over it, mate. It's like we didn't even.
That's hectic.
It's like we didn't even think of that.
Hey, Jim, I'd have to get a T-shirt made for that.
Put it in the shopping cart, mate.
Is this going to be a special Savello t-shirt, or is this going to be
Yeah.
a Van Rysel, or what sort of t-shirt are you
Canyon.
going to get made? What's it going to look like?
Well, it'd be a bit like I don't know. I hadn't thought about it, but it's just you like my Savello 3-peat T-shirt.
I do.
Wear
It's pretty
sometimes to the
sexy.
potty. Yeah, so I just thought that'd be kind of a cool. Not sure how the stripes would go on a polka dot, but anyway, they still look alright.
You are talking
like Kurt-
absolute
Might look
Swahili.
like Kurt's pajamas.
It'll look good at the Mardi Gras, mate.
Yeah. Oh dear.
How about we get on to the Paralympics quickly? The Aussies are done pretty well over there on the track.
Our boy Al got some nice hardware.
Yeah, he got a bronze in the what did he get? The C1 to 5 750 team sprint with fellow UQ rider Corey Boddington and Gordon Allen.
Very solid.
Corey actually snagged himself a gold in the 1,000-meter TT, which is bloody spectacular. He, to be honest, I haven't heard much about Corey before the Paralympics, but he acquired a brain injury because of an unfortunate crash during a motocross race. It left him in a coma for several weeks. As a result, he lost function in his shoulder as well.
Wow.
And that's it's horrible, but geez, he's doing well in the Paralympics.
He is, man.
And he's lining up for the roadie too in a couple of days' time. I think that's on Sunday, potentially, the roadie. Or maybe I'm telling fibs there.
Would love to see Al win it.
Wouldn't it be great? He's been unlucky in that
The
roadie.
last two, mate.
Yeah.
Sliding around on ice in Tokyo and getting taken out in Brazil.
Yep.
Speaking of Al, what's going on with that haircut?
Oh, no comment.
Don't know, mate. Can you tell me more about it though?
It's
Well,
Is
we've
this-
been into the Wombat. We've been into can't remember who else we've been into. but-
we don't have the fashion police here tonight to to say anything. And
Anyways, It's like the track team are all dyeing their hair blonde and it's sort of making it drop out.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
They all bleach their hair.
Yeah, I remember doing that sort of stuff when we were on footy teams when we were kids. You
Really?
go away on a footy tour and you bleach all your hair.
Yeah. Were you cool?
Mate, we thought we were cool at the time. In hindsight, we were a bunch of little grommets. But
Or as Shreds would say, flogs.
well, yeah, I guess so.
He's a flog.
Friebs, you gotta head off in 10 minutes, don't you, mate?
I do. My Zoom meeting's Zoom meeting's going to cut me off. So 9 minutes 15 to be precise.
We got the POV pack, so we'll do your shopping cart whilst you're here. I'll tune you in, mate.
Thank you, bud.
Ole, go catch Freebie shopping cart.
We've spoken about these BOA, about the cycling shoes and the BOA, cleat tightener as, pretty poor from an aerodynamics point of view. And that in the TT, maybe you should even go back to laces, haven't we, Shawnee?
Yes.
So one of the things that No Pins,
Campanarts.
Yep. One of the things that No Pins design is a kind of a shoe cover that goes over the BOA dials, and that was developed in partnership with Alex Dowsett in the wind tunnel, and they found quite a significant saving in drag reduction to the point of 2%, if you will.
Okay.
And if you're traveling 52 k's an hour,
Like I always am.
like you as Kurt on the Pete May base loop.
Yeah.
But if you had that, mate, if you don those on the bay loop, you'd save 10 watts at 52 k's an hour.
That's not bad.
That's a decent saving for a bit of fabric.
I reckon
it's good.
Yeah, I reckon it's pretty good. Like I look at these and see them as a palatable alternative for overshoes for something like a Criterium, because no one's rocking
100%.
up. No one's rocking up to a crit on the start line with overshoes, and not everyone.
Mate, they do.
And everyone's going to look at this person and go, "What a gronk! What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Why does that
There's
happen?
heaps of guys wearing full toe covers.
Yeah.
It's a stigma,
Overshoes.
bro. It's a stigma.
It is a stigma, and it shouldn't be a stigma.
It shouldn't be a stigma because everyone's wearing aero jerseys. Everyone's got dialed down bikes. Everyone's wearing aero helmets.
Everyone's wearing aero socks.
Everyone's wearing aero
Unless you're
socks.
me.
So why are we so concerned about going to a
overshoes.
overshoes?
Or now
Mate, I can't answer that.
we
But I agree with you.
overshoes.
Well, this is the answer, yeah.
Yeah.
Toes
And-
are shoes.
This
Yeah.
is the over bowlers.
Toes are
And
shoes.
it's toes of shoes. We shouldn't patent that. For a set of toes of shoes, you're looking at a cost in the car. It's pretty reasonable. Obviously, being no pin, you're in a pound, and you're looking at about £40. So
what's that?
call it
70
$70
Australian?
bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, about $70.
I thought we were going to be hitting the $3 signs, but we're only at the $1 sign in freebie shopping cart.
Well,
today.
yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
cheap.
man, not everything costs a lot, but but at the end of the year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up all the watts we've saved, and
You won't
we'll
even
add
have
up
to
what the
pedal a
cost of that
bike.
is.
Yeah.
Mate.
You just have to get a push start and
You're pedaling backwards.
and you'll be doing
Yeah.
54k an hour.
That's the bit I can't quite compute. We might need some sort of engineering sort of calculation on that, Jim, because we should be like literally going backwards, pedaling backwards to save 300 watts. I'm not sure how that works, but anyway, the good news is they're cheap, they're effective, easy to put on, and you could just for $70, you're 10 watts. It's a pretty good saving, I reckon.
Very good
$7 a
saving.
watt.
You're rocking up on the start line of a crit, not looking like a full goober with overshoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a win. Easy win.
They look neat.
So to save packaging, I just thought I'd throw it out to you boys. Save postage. I'm going to get a pair. If anyone else wants to get a pair, put them on the same order, and we'll sort of pull in our international shipping fees if you want to get over a certain amount with no pins. We get some free shipping.
I'm in.
Who's in?
I'm in.
Free pair.
The rest of Brisbane's in.
Yeah.
They're pressing buttons.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
in.
We'll be the
Free
third
pair.
party.
All right, I'll press 1, 2, 3 on the plus button. And,
Got to be white, no black. White.
Yeah, no,
only.
white on white. shoes are
100%
good.
white.
I'm
Imagine
black.
if you got
White on
black
white.
on white, then throw it in the bin.
That's full goober.
Yeah.
Throw yourself in the bin while you're at it.
Yeah.
Well, as we say, freebie.
Ole, go catch Freebie shopping cart.
There we go. Thanks for the segment this week, Friebs.
Thank you, Bob.
You always come through with the goods.
Man, I swear to God, I'm not sure how I'm going to pedal backwards by the end of the year, but it's going to happen.
He's going to be negative 400 watts. Like,
All right, Friebs.
All right, boys.
Thanks for tuning in, brother.
It was lovely to
Ciao,
see you,
ciao.
mate. See ya.
See you, Friebs.
He's living his best life down at the Star down there.
Mate, he doesn't do things in halves. He's living large.
Always
We
does.
love Friebs.
Always does. You know who lives large? Remco.
Oh, our Belgian hardstyle star.
Brilliant.
He loves it.
Mate, he goes all out on the dance floor, and I'll tell you what, he's gone all out with his new bike.
Mate, he's riding that thing around the dance floor.
Mate,
He's cutting laps on that thing.
I don't think there's one bit of kit that doesn't have gold on it.
To be fair, if you doubled up on the roadie and the ITT, you'd be letting everyone know that you were the champ.
Yeah, I'd paint myself gold.
What is he going to do if he wins Worlds this year?
Mate, that is going to be one sick outfit.
Maybe you don't have, like, you know how they go the full white kit with the rainbow bands? Maybe you go full gold kit with the rainbow band.
That's what I was thinking, mate.
Imagine that.
Imagine the sponsors.
Jim Bob just popped 5 threads.
Mate, the table's lifting up. Everyone settle down.
But it is good. It is good. And I'll tell you what, even though he's repping everything gold, he's still been a good teammate. He did a solid lead out last night on the Tour of Britain.
Who won that? Tour of Britain.
His teammate, Paul Magnew.
So sprinter stage, I'm guessing.
It was a sprint. A lot of the Tour of Britain.
It is. They've got that one hilltop finish.
Yeah.
And that's normally.
It's not like it's a Kuthar, I think.
But it splits everyone.
Yeah.
Kuthar splits everyone too.
It does. It split me a few times.
Oh, fuck. It's done that to me too.
Mate.
But no, dead set. I do rate the gold. Do you remember Greg Van Avermaet or whatever his name was? Yeah, sorry. I couldn't pronounce that right. I'm sorry, guys, for the people playing at home.
What was that? 2016.
Yeah, and he rocked it.
4 years straight. It
5.
Was
5 years.
He was on Sunweb, wasn't he? Was he on Subway?
Team CC.
He was
That's
BMC.
BMC as well.
And so Team CCC were giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that giant gold bike. That was elite.
Mate, he rocked some good bikes.
Yep. He surely did.
But Carapaz didn't really embrace it too much.
Yeah, he had a gold bike.
He had a gold bike.
Yeah, but
He had a gold bike at Ineos.
but it looked more bronze.
Yes, they really cocked that colourway up at the start.
It really did.
Yeah. But when he went to EF, it was very subtle.
It was. EF's not a very show off with other things, unlike their kit.
Unlike their kit, which Lockie Morden is repping at the moment as he travels his way around Australia. Leaves tomorrow.
He sets off tomorrow.
4:30 in the morning.
What a cooker.
From Port Macquarie.
His hometown.
And it's going to end in Port Macquarie.
Do you reckon he's raw dogging it?
Nah.
Just no headphones.
Oh, he's got a support crew this time. So it's his first adventure of this kind where he's got a support crew.
It's because he's going for a world record, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I don't think many people have really attempted this one.
But
really, I was thinking I might.
So support crew, does he have people riding with him, or is it just him and they meet him at the designated rest stops?
That, and I think people can ride with him too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit different. If it's just him and his thoughts for 9 hours a day for 35 days.
He's wanting to do 400 Ks, mate. That's longer than 9 hours.
Yeah, that's bloody...
That's 16 hours.
That is cool.
That's disgusting.
And he wants to complete this in 37 days.
He's basically doing an unbound every day.
So that's 37 days straight of 16-hour days on the bike.
Well, it's not 16 hours precisely. I'm just saying that's including the stops.
Well, he's got to hop off, do a wee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Eat lunch, all of that.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good 16 hours.
And he's going to be pedaling squares on some days.
He'll be pedaling squares come that third week. I don't reckon he's that Grand Tour fitness. I don't think that's there.
The fitness he's got is mental strength.
Correct.
That man has a strong mind.
We should maybe see if Pog or Remco could do this challenge around Australia. I reckon the insects and stuff would get into them, mate.
No, I reckon Lockie's the only man currently that can do it.
He's the man for the job.
Yeah.
So, Shauno, do we want to talk about this lightweight bike now, or do we want to talk about it as we talk about the backside?
Let's talk about it now and then work our way into the backside. We'll do backside straight after.
Let's do that.
So our good mate Jason White sent me a good reel this Arv about this bloke that's built up a 4.65 kilo Factor O2 van. Disc brake. I don't know what size it is. I'd say maybe a 54 or something like that.
I'm saying 54. then,
Yeah.
surely.
But he's running SRAM Red 11-speed ETAP,
2x.
2x, some ultralight chain rings.
Jeez.
Got mechanical brake calipers though, so I don't know how that works with the SRAM Red hydraulic levers, but ultra lightweight. It's got Dorimo integrated handlebars, tubular wheels. I think that's where his big weight saving is.
Yeah, right.
No bar tape on the drops, so he's gone full nerd spec there, and a full carbon saddle. Now I reckon
Imagine the ass on that after a few hours.
a 4.65 kilo bike would not hold our weight. Jim Bob?
No, I reckon you'd go to press down and you'd just snap the thing in half.
Mate, that scares me. Imagine like even putting maybe 400 watts through it.
I'd ride it uphill. I wouldn't be riding it downhill.
Nah, but apparently it's stable. And that's 4.65 with pedals, bottle cages, and a computer mount.
Jesus.
Like, that's off its head.
That's mind blowing.
It's mind-blowing. And you know who needs it the most?
I do.
Well, he doesn't need it the most because he was our fastest up the mountain this week, and that was Benny Moriarty. But the power he was pushing, my God, get him on the world tour, everyone. 467 watts for 7 minutes and 53 seconds.
Jesus, it's not bad.
Yep, his heart rate monitor was on the flip again.
I think I know who second place was.
All right, who do we reckon it is? He was talking big game during the week that he'd be top 3.
Was it Rhino?
It was, mate. He's back on the mountain. He's back on the steed. He's back riding outside.
367 watts.
Chelsea's let him out of the house.
367 watts for a Zone 2 Couther.
387.
Oh, 387.
Yeah.
Sorry for
Yeah,
selling you short, mate.
Well, he's put on some weight, obviously.
Oh, leave him alone, mate.
But that's solid, brother.
He's on his way back from a broken shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, that is bloody
Take
solid.
no prisoners over here. The man with a...
Yeah. Yeah. I got 8-minute reps on Tuesday, and I'm not getting anywhere near the top on them.
Was strengthies in them or just reps?
Nah, just reps, mate. Just reps. My leg's not good enough for strengthies yet.
Always strengthies, mate. Always.
And Aussie triathlete Luke Willen got up there in 824, 386 watts. Same power. He must be a few kegs heavier, I reckon.
Yeah, it's not a bad ride. 824 for 390 watts odd.
Yeah.
That's not a bad shout.
Not a bad shout at all. In the females, we had Pretty White. She got another PB. She featured on our top 3, it was a few weeks ago, start of August, I think it was. And I was at a mate's surprise birthday party, and Pretty was there. And our mutual friend Morgan informed her that she was on the potty. She was mentioned on the potty. And she loved it. She was full froth. Now she's even keener than ever and got another PB under her belt. So
Boom. Love to hear that.
she's chasing that 10% PB.
Let's get the people frothing.
Yeah, chasing that Easy Times voucher, I reckon. We haven't had any submissions this week. So, but all the females this week in the top 3 have achieved PBs. So if you want them qualified, swing us a DM. We don't know otherwise.
Yeah, surely one of those PBs is 10%.
Yep, and we're looking at you, Prudy, Makey Wolf, and Zoe Woodward.
Makey Wolf.
Yeah,
What a strong name.
it's powerful. Just like her power, 253 watts. That's very impressive for an 1122. And Zoe got a 1153. She's hiding everything though. I didn't do the slowest this week. I'm feeling too kind. It's a bit brutal sometimes.
Yeah, we'll have to get back to that at some point. But for the moment, let's celebrate people's fantastic achievements.
And don't forget to slide in the DMs and let us know what you're up to.
And start the segment.
Yep, start the segment, join the Strava Club, and whilst you're at it, give us 5 stars on Spotify as well. So yeah, that was Mountain this week. What happened on the racing circuit this week? We sort of heard from Friebs about Lifecycle a little bit, but we didn't delve too much into the results. The winner, how much does the winner of Lifecycle get?
Got 1,500 this year.
1,500.
It's dropped a bit.
That's a good day on the tools,
It's
that is.
It's a great day on the tools. And then I think they pay all the way down to top 10,
10.
either with cash or fruit boxes, which is
Nice.
bloody fantastic.
Nice.
And I think the whole top 10 was full of punters that gave it a crack.
It wasn't scratch and it wasn't chop and block.
No.
There was a few Pete May Baylor features on that podium, mate.
Oh, were there?
Nitzy.
Oh, yeah?
Love James Nitz.
Where'd he finish up?
I think he finished up 5th.
Brilliant.
He was actually in the final sprint. I got his Strava race report.
Oh, yeah? What'd he say?
Had the lock up. He was third into the final corner. Had the lock up. He got boxed.
Did he?
Rolled in 5th.
It's they changed where the finish is as well. It's not the 1 kilometre straight anymore.
Really?
It's a 1 kilometre straight into a lefty with a 200 metre bloody.
Yeah, that doesn't. That doesn't
That
sound.
doesn't even sound good at all. That 1 kilometre straight really.
Oh,
That was so good.
like it's unreal.
It's like the Cunningham 1 kilometre straight as well.
Yeah.
Oh well, that race doesn't exist anymore. Yep.
Yeah, Nitzy had a good one. But the winner, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry if I blow this. It's I'm gonna say Yeon Park.
Eugen Park.
Eugen Park. He started 18 minutes ahead of scratch. Got it in the bunch kick. Top 20 almost, sprinting for the win.
So there must have been a fairly big bunch there.
Yeah, and it was a mix between the 18-minute group and the 22-minute group.
Oh,
So that's 18 and 22 minutes in front of scratch.
Wow.
So scratch were
Scratch
nowhere
were-
near.
yeah.
Liam Walsh ended up winning
fastest time of the day.
fastest time, and he came 30th overall.
Did he hit the deck?
No, he
So he was one of the lone survivors of causing a crash and
yeah,
not hitting the deck.
him and Kev, Big
yeah.
Kev.
Big Kev.
Yep. So
Was all that was left from scratch. And wasn't
Yeah.
there
And
eight,
then-
8 in scratch, maybe.
I think only
6.
6 started.
I think Lambo said 6.
Because Cav and Craig didn't show up.
Oh, wow. That makes it real tough for scratch, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, when you got the Oceania champ not showing up.
And a weapon of a sprinter as well.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. That's tough. Anyway, congratulations to all those that
Yep.
filled out the podium for Lifecycle.
Yep.
Love to see it.
Yep. And we spoke about Unicrypt before, but we've got to give Quinn Finlay a shout out here in B grade for being the first lady across the line. I saw a video of her and she was absolutely showing it to the blokes. Like she was driving the front and she was peeling off, and these blokes are pedaling squares behind her. Like, it was good to see. So well done, Quinn.
Love to see it.
Yeah, and yeah, Friebs got rolled by Big Bad Dan in the Hemo Champs, and there was no A grade winner awarded for the club champ, but Freebie would have won it if he was a primary member. So maybe next year he'll be a primary member for Hamilton.
No, he's uni for sure.
Yeah, but in B grade, David Wadsworth took home the jersey for the club champs. So well done, mate. Coming up, we've got the macaroni on Sunday.
Yeah, that should be good, mate.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a cozy field. It's gonna be tight.
bit of gravel. I wonder if that scared people off. You reckon the gravel? Because to be fair, it would scare me off a bit riding a very expensive bike on gravel roads at 40 clicks an hour. You're not coming out of that without a stone chip on your down tube.
Or a few scratch marks of
Yeah.
hitting the deck.
Well, that's worst case scenario.
Apparently, it's an uphill drag.
So it's a bit like a go track.
Nah, it's nothing like
Nah, I think it's more compact than that, is my understanding. But
and it's a lot more flatter than the goat track.
yeah. So a slight uphill drag, quite flat, quite compact, is what I've heard.
Interesting.
We'll see how it all pans out on
I'll let
Saturday.
you know next week.
Are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm racing.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Late entry.
No. Well, I'm not on the macaroni start list. I'm the QTRS start list. Yeah.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because
So I think there's 20 of us. So I had a look. There's 12 in QTRS and
Brilliant.
8 in.
that settles the nerves a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I was a bit
Yep.
worried. I was like, geez, it's a poor turnout looking at the macaroni start list. So that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah, it should be
I'm
good.
glad
man.
you're showing up. So you'll be able to tell us all about that. And,
I'll let you know.
The following weekend, it's Crit City. We've got Nunda, bloody UQ, Skippy Park, Runaway Bay. following weekend, so that'll be my first weekend back
Oof.
racing, I reckon. So I'll get around one of them.
And Friebs will be absolutely pinging by that big point because Masters is the week after that.
Ooh, so Friebs is going down on Monday,
He's going
that
down on the
weekend.
Monday to Adelaide.
And then when does the racing actually start?
Thursday is
Thursday.
the TT, and that's his key event.
Yep. Yeah. Well, he is very good at TT.
He is so slippery, that slippery gypsy.
Yep. Is Wang in his age category? Do we know? I don't think he is. I think Wang's the category above.
Might be.
Yep. That's
I think it looks like Friebs is in a pretty tough age category though.
yeah. That age group is tough.
Yeah, man. Good on him, man. It makes for epic racing. I'm pretty excited, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's like fields of 30 or 40 guys deep and everyone can race. I'm real keen.
I'm excited to see how you go, Jim Bob.
Yeah, it's starting to come together, man. It's starting to come together.
Brilliant. Have you been running ever since you?
Nah.
You've racked the runners.
Well, I'll pull them back out after, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, for your top end, hey, running is detrimental.
Is it really?
Yeah, man, it destroys your top end, but I've been building that back up
That's really
the last
surprising,
couple of
isn't it?
weeks.
Build your big engine though.
Yeah, it's like having a base. You know,
Yeah.
You've got a really solid base to work
You have a
with.
solid base for sure. 'Cause, mate, I don't do a lot.
You don't do anything really.
Nah, not anymore, mate. I can still hold the shoe though.
Look, they don't go hand in hand, crit racing and running.
Nah, definitely not.
Apart from our mate Lambo, he seems to be able to manage it.
Well,
He's not running lately.
He's not putting anything up on Strava, mate.
he's not running and he's not riding either.
Yeah, he might be running again pretty soon.
We'll see.
His insurance better not be listening.
What do you reckon, boys?
Good.
We'll wrap it up for the night. We'll be back next week. We've got a special guest on
On a Tuesday.
on a Tuesday, so it'll still come out on Thursday because I've got to work next week. So
Oh,
yeah, so I'll be
back to the grind.
back to the grind, and then
Exciting times.
and probably future episodes will be dropping on Fridays instead of Thursdays.
Hooroo.
We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Ciao.
Yes?
500 watts, please.